This segment of CoastLife is sponsored by Beebe Healthcare.
Well, it's a new year, and maybe you're feeling all that pressure of, oh, new year, new me. It can get stressful, right? So we want to learn how to enter 2025 with a healthy mindset, right? It can be hard for all of us, but luckily we've got somebody here on the CoastLife couch who can help us out a little bit. We've got Cathy Rose, a licensed professional mental health counselor with Beebe Healthcare. Welcome to the CoastLife couch, Cathy.
Thank you.
And is the new year a popular time that you tend to see people, you know, hitting the stress out button?
Well, certainly after all the holidays.
Yeah.
For sure.
So what are some of the things that we can do to enter 2025 with that healthier mindset?
Well, one of the biggest things anybody can do is to get out of their mind. Which means, which means becoming more mindful. So that practice is being able to take all those thoughts, random thoughts, all those fears, worrying about how we're going to get here today with the snow, with the ice, and put them aside for a moment and just be present.
Yeah.
With your five senses, so that you notice, you know, the temperature in the car. Maybe you got a cup of coffee that you can smell. What are you seeing as the snow is drifting across Cave Neck Road? You know, all those things that take you out of the worries.
Yeah.
About what you're cooking for dinner or what your kids are going to do when they're home from school. So those are the kind of the things, and it's not an easy practice to be consistent with, but as you do it more often, it can really relieve a lot of stress.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So mindfulness practices are available online anywhere, and it's really a big part of what most therapists and counselors use in their mental health practices, teaching people how to do that.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's so hard for us because we get so overwhelmed, I think, by how busy we are. And if you do have kids that you got to pick up from school and you've got so much going on, you're like, oh, I have to think about and strategize and plan my day. It might actually be easier to tackle in bits and pieces like that.
Right. Interesting. And when you have negative thoughts, fears, they're just thoughts. It doesn't make them true. So
I like that.
You can't believe everything you think.
I love it.
I love that.
Especially those late night thoughts. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Everything seems like a big deal at night, and then you wake up and you're like,
and it gets bigger and bigger the more you pay attention. Late night, you just breathe. Breathing is another strategy to keep things very calm.
Nice.
Just break up some of the thinking.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I saw something online that said if you're worried about maybe like what people think about you, or if you're going to be the best version of yourself in this year, to remember that you're only the main character in your mind. You're not the main character in other people's minds. What do you think about that?
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. I think that's going to help, hopefully, a lot of people. It was interesting to me. I'm like, you're right. Not everyone's thinking about what shoes I wore today. Only I'm thinking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's true. And I think nobody, you're not as top of mind to most people in your life as you are to yourself, because you're seeing the whole world through your own eyes, and how you navigate and experience life is different than how everybody else does. So that all makes a lot of sense. I also know something that's really cool, that you provide free therapy for Beebe Healthcare employees.
Yes. It's a new position. I've been there since September, and I'm contracted with Beebe. I'm not exactly an employee.
Sure.
So being separate from that, it's totally confidential.
Nice.
I don't report any names or anything else except maybe a few numbers to the hospital. And it's available to staff throughout the organization. So I do telehealth as well as in-person sessions on campus.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
So if you are feeling that stress, that pressure, let Cathy help you out a little bit, and maybe practice some of those mindful practices, being present on your way home from work maybe, or your way into work tomorrow morning, and start putting some of those in place. Cathy, is there anything else that you want people to know to kind of get them through and kick started in 2025?
Try to stay positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's one. That's all.
Simple but effective. We like that. Well, Cathy, thank you again for coming in and chatting with us. And I think getting our minds ready and prepped for a healthy 2025 mindset. But coming up, if you haven't remembered to deal with pipes and the potential freezing in your house, we've got the folks to remind you all about that when we get back.
So if you, someone you love, or a member of your community is struggling with practicing some of that mindfulness, or just dealing with the stress of the new year, you can reach out and benefit from Beebe Healthcare's other mental health services by checking out Beebe Behavioral Health. You can give them a call at 302-645-1099 and take a step towards a more mindful 2025.